2 paths left for me to cover in the Epic of Pain quest, and we are using the final 2 groups of classes, which is going to be Mutant and Mystic. And we're taking the Cassie path. My team is Dazzler, Enchantress, and Onslaught. Dazzler and Onslaught carry this. I don't use Enchantress for any of these fights. She would be good for several of them, but I just didn't ever need to use her. And she's also going to struggle a bit with the power drain nodes, so I just didn't really bother, but I do think Enchantress would be good for some of these fights. But we're going to be using Dazzler for this Cassie first, then we're going to Dazzler the Gwenpool after that. There's going to be a lot of dazzling in this path. And as a reminder, all of these fights were recorded when I was on stream doing them, so I might do a few stupid things because my brain isn't always at 100% when I'm on stream, and the quality isn't going to be as good, but I hope that's not a big issue for you guys. So, anyway, we're going to be fighting this Cassie first, obviously, and I'm going to be using Dazzler's SP3 cycle. And what this is going to do is allow me to get to 150 max tempo rather than 100. So we do an SP3 into an SP1 into an SP2, and then you're going to see that the damage from that SP2 is going to be completely absurd. We just have to, get there first. We're also going to get double the tempo gain for an extended period of time, and then we're going to eventually get to 150 and just be stuck there until we drop an SP2, because that's the only way Dazzler can lose tempo is if she drops an SP2. So we're at 150 now, and we're just locked in until we cash out that special attack, which is pretty cool. Alright, now it's just about rushing to the SP2, ideally before my energy vulnerability falls off, and then we're going to do a crap ton of damage. She's being very nice with the instant heavy attacks, and now I need to get a Vigilance, and we get it right here. Get the Power Sting off of me, go for the SP2, and holy crap, her health bar just dropped so far. She's all the way down to 26% now. We do need to try and get these combo things off of me, but she doesn't feel like letting me parry her, so yeah, we're just gonna end up having to take the damage. It's whatever. It was only like 25% of my health-ish. And then she drops it again. I'm like, okay, really? She was really SP1 happy. Anyway, now we're just gonna go for an SP1 into an SP2, and that's definitely gonna do the trick. So, build up close to 2 bars of power, drop the SP1 right after, and then we just need to get to the SP2, and it'll be basically done after that. So she has the evade, I need to parry, gain the pursuit, we get it, and then she charges a heavy there, and then she charges a heavy again. No, I just get a parry. She can evade now though, so I'm just going to bait the special. I have the Vigilance up, so we're going to drop this special here, and that's going to do the trick. She goes down, the final hit would have done like an under 100k extra damage too. Alright, next up we're fighting Gwenpool. This fight is pretty absurd, as you're about to see. Dazzler already has an absurd amount of damage, but you haven't seen her with class advantage yet, because this is going to be obviously like 30%, 40% extra attack from class advantage. This Gwenpool fight's pretty simple. She's going to invert your controls every 8 seconds and then uninvert them, and the thing I like to do is not that. I like to throw my special attacks when the inverted controls is about to shift. It is, pretty helpful at making sure you know exactly what you need to do after the special. Because see there, it changed into inverted, so after my special I know exactly what to do, and I'm not like trying to change something mid-combo or mid-Gwenpool's special. Going for another SP1 here just to max out my tempo, and then we're going to push Gwenpool to her extra bar, and here I need her to drop a special. She does, and then I'm going to go for my special 2 here, which is going to bring her all the way down to 50% health. So we just need to do that 2 more times, and then the fight should hopefully be over. SP1 here does decent damage itself, and then we're inverted now. That's fine. Gonna go for another SP1. I didn't even bother to play inverted controls the way I like to, because I just didn't feel like I needed to. We're going to gain a rampage here, and then I need her to drop the special. She does, and then we're at max tempo. Do you think this special is going to kill? Spoiler alert, it does. So there goes Gwenpool. And then we move on to fight Iron Fist. Onslaught kinda wrecks this fight. he's pretty good, you know. So basically, the thing with this fight is you can't gain buffs and you can't place debuffs. So an interaction that I honestly thought would be happening but didn't would be that Onslaught places his passive stun and plays passive Daunted. That doesn't happen, which is fine because we're still going to be able to get generations anyway, because those are still going to apply. I just kind of expected it to go a bit differently than it actually did. So I'm going to just try to manage the pressure gauge node as best I can, because that is definitely the big threat of this fight. I go for an SP2 there, place 10 degens. The damage won't get increased from Daunted because we can't place any of that obviously, but we can still have some pretty potent degens obviously. So it's not a big deal. I'm going to go for an SP2 again, which went to his block for some reason. And then I wanted to do an SP1 there. Obviously it didn't happen, but now I need him to throw heavy. Let me count. Okay, I didn't even go for the heavy counter. We're just going to let the degens fall off, I guess. Alright, go for an SP1 here. And then I'm going to follow up with another SP1 probably just to get the max degens. We'll see what I do, because I don't remember. Dash away. Yeah, I'm going to go for another SP1. Dash away to make sure the power drain doesn't hit me. And then we need to get to 2 bars of power, which can happen pretty fast in this fight. So I need him to drop a special there. He does. And then I heavy attack. The cancel actually works that time. And now we're doing 7k degen damage per half second, which is definitely going to add up. Again, doesn't get increased by Daunted, but that's okay. It's not that big a deal. We're going to go for another SP2, which isn't really going to do anything because we don't have enough stacks of degen to go. Well, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. You can't get more than 20 degens, so we can't consume anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're literally just spamming SP2s, and that's kind of the fight. Like, we just let the degens slowly tick them down. If you are boosted like I am, or even running recoils, this fight's going to go even faster for you. So yeah, we're rooted. He has inexorable. That's fine. Drop the SP1 here. Protection's up, so that's kind of annoying, but it's whatever. And then I just need, there we go, that. Power loss really doesn't even matter because we don't need special attacks at this point. So yeah, who cares if I get power drain, you know? And then it's just manage pressure gauge as best we can, keep your eye on that timer, and then the degens during this SP1 finish him off. So that is Iron Fist. We move on to fight Toad now. I died with this guy at like very high health, so you're gonna see that he's not at full health. I just didn't even show you the death because it was a lot of ramp and then just like, oh, I'm dead now. So kind of pointless. But he's at 94%. We're gonna go in with Onslaught. Onslaught's really good for this fight. You're gonna have to remove the poisons normally and stuff, but when you trigger the stun immunity from the first node, he's gonna place his passive stun, and then it's gonna be pretty cool. So we're gonna go for a parry, or just beta heavy attack, I guess. I don't know why I'm not going for the parry, because that'll place the passive stun. We're gonna do it that way, I guess. That also works. The only really annoying thing about this fight is that if you fail his regen via the little bit of ability accuracy reduction from his organic magnetism, you will take damage. That has happened to me before, because it does have a small bit of ability accuracy reduction in it, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. So I'm gonna go for another SP1, or not. Maybe I'm going for an SP2. Yeah, I'm going for an SP2. Okay, that's fine, I guess. And then I talked about this in the other video, but my strategy when using, or when fighting Toad on this node, is to push him into SP2 when I'm going to be inverted, and push him to SP1 when I'm going to be rooted. I find it much easier to avoid the projectiles when I'm going to be inverted than when I'm going to be rooted, and the SP2 is mainly projectiles because the tongue attack goes very far, so it's kind of a projectile. And yeah, I just find it easier that way. you don't want to push him to SP2 and be rooted for it, because you're almost just guaranteed to die. So we're just gonna push him to an SP2 again there. We have almost the max degens. There we go, we got it on the last hit. So I am going to eat the special attack though and die because I'm bad. But I think I've soloed that fight before. I just couldn't do it there. So go back in, re-ramp and stuff. I think my health is so low because my organic magnetism earlier did fail his regen, so I lost a lot of health. But he's almost dead. We're doing almost 7k per tick on the degens, and then he's dead. So that is the Toad fight. Now we're fighting Heimdall, and again, I cannot stand this fight. I think it's really stupid. It's not even that hard, it's just dumb. Like, the thing I hate is when he auto blocks and then charges a heavy and you can't dex it. You just guaranteed death, basically. So it's kind of an RNG fest. Yeah, I don't know. That was funny, because he just wants to only throw heavies, I guess, because that's cool. There, I'm going to go for a heavy attack. No, I'm not. He's just going to throw another heavy, because why not? Like, Heimdall, please, please, Heimdall, just drop the special one. Thank you. And now he's not going to auto block, luckily. And then he freaking goes for heavy, and I'm like, dude, come on, man. What am I supposed to do about that? Anyway, here I need him to throw a heavy, which he finally does. I just drop it because it's unblockable, and my energy vulnerability was about to run out. But here I'm like, okay, well, I'm at 3%, and I'm just going to eventually die, because he's only going to throw heavies when I don't need him to, and then not throw them when I do need them to. So, when I need to turn the unstoppable node off, he's just going to 5-hit combo node block. That's just how that's going to work. I end up just dying to a heavy attack somehow. Anyway, and now we're going to go back in with Onslaught. And then this is going to be interesting, I guess. The degens are doing a crap ton of damage to him. I just kind of need to get to a special attack and do that detonation damage, which is going to happen right here. And then he is just going to die, I think. Yeah, we had almost 400 battery damage, and that did kill him. Nice. Okay, now we're using Onslaught for Prowler. This fight works really well because of the fact that Onslaught can't miss when there's a Neuro on the opponent. He also is going to just kind of place a bunch of Neuro Shocks when he's incinerated and not take damage from the incinerate. And there is an incinerate node, so you can benefit from that if you choose to, which I don't even think I did. I probably should have taken advantage of that a bit more than I actually did. I just didn't. Anyway, we need to rush to an SP2 now. Keep countering Prowler's SP1s with my heavy, because we can. The only thing we do need to worry about is charging our heavy for too long, because we can get power loss like it did there. And that power loss is going to cause me to take about a minute and a half of doing absolutely no damage, because you're going to see pretty soon he's going to get that indestructible, and it's just going to take me an eternity to get rid of the indestructible. So I sped this process up because it's literally a minute and a half of doing no damage. And yeah, I'm just going to keep accidentally power draining myself because of the power loss node when I charge my heavy, and then I've got the other power loss node, and then the actual power drain node. So everything is like, yeah, you're not going to get power, but eventually I'm going to get power loss again. Eventually I'm going to get to my SP2, and then we're going to deal actual damage, because that's the only way I can remove the indestructible. Power drain again. So yeah, this was on stream, and I was just like, this is the dumbest thing ever. This is so stupid. But anyway, I finally get an SP2. We can finally do damage now, and then I'm gonna get power drain. What do you know? So at least we're doing damage. That's a first. Anyway, I want to get to an SP1, start doing a bunch more damage because of the Daunted, so that's gonna help a lot. It's gonna make the degens do 1.5 times more damage, so definitely useful, and then I avoid the power drain there. I'm incinerated now, which is only benefiting me, and then I'm gonna go for an SP1 and take a little bit of damage from the power drain, but it's okay because we do a crap ton of damage just on the SP1. And then I'm about to get power drained again, lose a little bit more of my health. I'm at 7% now, and I'm just like, okay, please die. I can't drop an SB1 anymore because he's gonna go indestructible, so we're just gonna try to kill him with degens before the other indestructible node comes back, and he does die, so Poverty Onslaught kills the Prowler. We'll take it. It only took me like about a minute and a half longer than it should have, so okay, now we're gonna fight Ares. We are gonna use Enchantress for some of this, which Enchantress actually is not bad for this fight at all. You can get some of your green spells, specifically the Haste and Etherealness one, and they're going to help you stay alive. Sometimes Haste, because if you go for an intercept and he just decides to like intercept you, then you'll be okay. Etherealness is gonna give you a chance to make him miss, and that actually did save me at one point. I'm not sure if I show it in the video, but that did legitimately save me. I don't even realize that like I should start going for green spells until like once phase 1 is down. And then the levitate spell might be useful. I don't remember if he allows you to evade, because I know Bullseye was able to evade, but I also heard someone say that that might have been a bug. So I'd have to read his kit and see if Enchantress could actually evade. If she could, then Levitate would be like really, really good. But I don't remember if that's actually a thing. So we're doing the things, getting the special timing right. This was the first run ever where I was like consistently getting the initial specials down really well. So I'll definitely take it. Vigor, Vigor, and then we're going to push him into phase 2. He's gonna be indestructible and stuff here, wait it out, and then here I have the haste, so when I dash in, if he decided to try to intercept me off of that dash in, which was entirely possible, he couldn't do it. We're gonna go for another haste here, and hope that I don't mess up the special, and it looks like I do mess up the special. So if I had Levitate there, I might have been able to evade out of it, which would have saved me a little bit of damage. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to go for Levitate here, but I don't think I actually need, or I don't think I actually eat a special when I have Levitate on me, because you're going to see the next special he throws, I do correct. Yeah, so that's cool. We have some more Vigor now, 40k medium, that's only going to get higher, and then I'm going to go for the miss spell now, which, again, I know he did miss me and it like saved my butt at one point, but I'm not exactly sure if I showed the clip of it. There's like an hour of videos that I had to clip through, which I probably should have looked for it, but whatever, you don't really need to see it. Just know that it happened. Anyway, you can also just go watch it back on my live stream, you know? So, anyway, we're going to get more Vigor there, and then we have 16 of it. I'm going to go for an SP2 here for some reason, instead of going for more spells. I don't know. So Dex, block, light, Dex, and then we're going to go for an SP2 here. I'm just going to do some nice damage. I hate medics was a call out there for some reason. I don't know why that was there. Something I don't... Okay, yeah, literally... The game lagged there, and it caused me to Dex too early, and then I eat the kick. That is entirely game lag. Like I usually know, and I will admit to you when I did something wrong. That was not me. So there goes that fight. I guess that's annoying. So now we're going in with the 6% health onslaught that just took Prowler, and we're just gonna hope to do some damage before I inevitably die because I'm at 6%. Anyway. I think I actually do like a decent bit of damage with 6% health onslaught. So, Dex, block, light, Dex, and then we're gonna go for the heavy attack, not heavy attack, relic, and then he's gonna throw another special. Let's see. He's gonna throw it eventually. Eventually, he's gonna throw it. There he does. Block, light, Dex, swipe up. Get out of that very cleanly, doing some nice damage. He's playing into my intercepts because, again, if I get tapped, I'm just dead. So if he doesn't play into my intercepts, I'm just done. Dex, block, light, Dex, and am I going to push him into phase 3 on this run? I might be able to do that. SP2 here does some decent damage, and he's about 2/3, I mean a 1/3 down now. He's got 2/3 health left. So I need him to drop a special. He does, and then we're gonna go for the things. Dex, swipe up, and then my medium just whiffed, so that's cool. But luckily I was able to get an intercept, so it's fine. He's gonna drop another special here, and then I do the things, and then swipe up. Again it happened. I'm like, dude, come on, that's ridiculous. I guess I'm going too early or something, I don't know. But here, Dex, block, light, Dex, and then we go back in, push him into the next phase. So 6% onslaught did a very nice job. Except, okay, he was intimidated there. I decided to charge a heavy, which was really stupid, because I thought he'd block it, but even if he did block it, like, what would be the benefit there? That was just a really stupid heavy that I did because I'm streaming and my head's not even at 100%. Yeah, there's no reason for that. It was just stupid. So now we're going in with Dazzler. One cool thing Dazzler has for this fight is the fact that she reduces the critical damage rating of non-techs to 50% lower. So if I do get hit and he decides to crit me a bunch, we're gonna possibly survive because of that. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, go for an SP2 here. She also gains precisions on her SP2, which is gonna make me crit a lot more, because crit rate is like one of the few stats you can actually increase against this guy. Because he kind of like locks your base stats at the start of the fight. Critical rating can go up though, which is kind of cool. So now he wants us to counter his special with a medium and special, which we're gonna hopefully do right here. And block, light, Dex, up, and then medium special. Get that down. Does really nice damage on the special too. And then we're gonna keep going back in. And we're about to push him into the next phase actually. So I need him to drop a special here, which he does. Dex, block, light, Dex, and then I did not do the things right, but okay, it wanted me, I think he wanted me to use a special and I didn't have one, so I was just like, okay, I'm backing off because I can't do it. Anyway, now he drops a special here and I'm gonna do it right. Oh yeah, okay, so I messed it up there for some reason. I didn't light attack for some reason, and there, that looked like a perfect intercept, but the game said no. So okay, cut to where he's at 14% now, and then we do the heavy attack thing. I have 1 vigor, so you can see I've been using not that many revives on this guy for this run, which is cool. Dex, and then do the correct active aggression, do an intercept there, and then he's gonna drop another special, so we do the things. And then I need to counter it by doing a dash back into a medium, which we do correctly. And then I'm going to drop an SP2 here, does some decent damage. He's got haste now. I can block a little bit, so it's not that bad. And then block, light, Dex, up, medium, heavy for my retaliation. And then we're going to push him into the last phase, question mark. I don't remember. Heavy attack there. If that crit, he would have gone into the last phase. And then I messed it up. So, yeah, we did not actually push him in the last phase yet. But he's going to be almost there. And it looks like I just skipped showing the clips. I think I spent like 6 revives in the final phase. Because every time I tried to intercept, he would intercept me. And it was just like such BS. I'm like, dude, come on. Really? You're going to do that? He did that. So, anyway. I have 2 crystals to open. First one's the mystic one, and we are going to get actual dog crap. This is so bad. I can't stand this. My Juggernaut is rank 1. He's going to be rank 1 probably forever, and now he's Sig 80. Super cool. And then this cosmic one is not going to be any better. I said it on stream, I'll say it again, there's so many good pulls for me in the base pool, I just not getting them. So, I did get 1 good pull from the skill one, that was the Silver Sable. But I can't complain. They're just kind of like basic crystals at this point, so that Serpent would have been a first-time dupe, which would have been great. But instead we get a Sig 40 Gamora, so very cool. Anyway, that's the video, guys. Hope this was helpful to you. One more path to make a video on, and then I get to reveal my first rank 4 and everything, which you might have seen already from the live stream, but don't go to the live stream. You should wait for me to reveal it officially on the YouTube video. Thank you. See you guys.